Today on our 2018 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, we're going to take a look at and show you how to install the CURT Custom Fit Class 2 Trailer Hitch Receiver, offering the 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube opening. Part number is C12048. Now here's your hitch once you get it installed. As you can see, we've got our cross tube going to come across, meets at our side plates here. That goes up and connects to the frame for us. In the middle, we've got our 1¼ by 1¼ receiver tube opening. It's tucked right in the edge of the bumper, gives you a nice clean look. Now, one of the benefits you'll see with this smaller receiver tube opening is that we also have a smaller cross tube. So it still gives us a very effective Class 2 hitch, but it doesn't stand out as much as what the Class 3s do. Now here's the hole you'll use to secure all of your items in place. It's going to be a 1/2 inch in diameter. A pin and clip should work fine, locking hitch pin should work good. We do have a little bit of a weld that kind of comes in closer to it, so anti-rattle bolts shouldn't be a problem. You just may have a little bit of a bend in the washer when you tighten it down. You'll see safety chain connection points here. They're a plate style. Pretty good size opening. Any normal size safety chain should fit in there without any kind of a problem. The larger clevis pins might be a little bit tight, but they should grab. Now when you're using your hitch recreationally or for non-wheeled type loads, CURT does recommend the use of a stabilization strap. That'll be for your cargo carriers, bike racks, really anything other than a trailer. As far as weight capacities go, we have a 350-pound tongue weight rating. That's the maximum downward force that we can put on our receiver tube opening. And it gives us a 3,500-pound gross trailer weight rating. It'd be the total weight of your trailer, anything you load up on it. Now, one thing to keep in mind is to check the owner's manual on the Outlander to see what it's rated for and use whichever set of numbers is lower. Now, a few measurements you'll find helpful for selecting your ball mount bike rack or hitch cargo carrier will be from the ground to the inside top edge of a receiver tube opening. We've got about 14 inches. Then from the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's about 2 3/4. Now, to begin our installation, we need to get the tow hook removed from the passenger side here. We've got 2 upper bolts and 1 bolt located underneath here. The one's going to be located up inside here, and then the other 2 are going to be longer bolts that pass through the frame. You can see the end of them here. We're going to use a 14mm socket and get those removed. We can just lower our tow hook down and out of the way. Now on both sides of the vehicle, we're going to have our carriage bolt holder or our spacer block and our 2 carriage bolts. We're going to place this through the 2 tubes that go from the outside of the frame to the inside. This will be the same holes that the bolts for the tow hook came out of. Get them tucked back in. That way we can slide our hitch in and then pass those through. And then the hex bolt with the conical tooth washer we're going to place in this hole. It'd be a good idea to clean this out with a little bit of lubricant. I'm just going to use a tube brush to clean this out. If you don't have one, part number is 814092. Now with the help of an extra set of hands, we'll get our hitch lifted in position. You want to kind of do the driver's side first. Get it up in. The passenger side should go in a little easier. And then from the back side, we're going to push those bolts through. Now in the hole we cleaned out there, we want to place in our hex bolt. You want that conical tooth washer on there, and you want the teeth to be facing up towards the hitch. You'll do the same thing on the driver's side. It's going to be a little bit tighter though. There's a little less room over there with that canister. Now onto each one of our carriage bolts, let's thread on one of the flange nuts, and we'll snug everything down. Now as you snug down your hardware, start with the carriage bolts first. You'll use a 19mm socket. We'll torque those, then move on to our smaller hex bolts on the bottom. For the smaller bolt, we're going to use a 17. And that'll complete our installation of the CURT Custom Fit Class 2 Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number C12048 on our 2018 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport.